Welcome to the Invention Licensing Show. I'm your host, David Fidowa, and I'm here to help you license your product. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about happiness. So to jump right into it, I feel like it is a very interesting topic because through my adventure, let's call it, of going through the process of getting my product licensed, I wasn't very happy. And reason being was because I always had this expectation of myself to be a successful inventor and to be hardworking and do all these things. And throughout that process, if you have this expectation of being a happy inventor or being a successful inventor, then if you haven't licensed products and you're not making royalties, for me that was my definition of success. And so every day that I was learning how to license products, I was not happy. I was actually pretty disappointed with myself. And it made the process very difficult because when you're dissatisfied with yourself, when you're dissatisfied with your performance, then you look at every day as a failure. And so when you stack failure on failure on failure on failure, then you sit there and you look at yourself and you say, look at these products, look at this job I've done, it's all failure. And it wasn't until I really kind of shake loose from that and understand how happiness and motivation works. I've been reading books on human psychology, coaching, development, business, innovation, licensing. I've read about one a week for 4 years now, maybe 5 years. It's 250 books on all these different topics. And so one of the things that I've kind of started to understand is that there's this point, and I want people to understand this truly, is that when people say be happy, I think that's total BS. And because the state of being happy is you can't be happy. You have to do happy. And to expand upon that, it's what you are doing. And so I find this, or I see this a lot when I'm coaching inventors, is when they are in the pursuit of getting their product licensed. They are being creative. They're being innovative. They are working hard towards a goal that they desire, right? And so what they're doing is making them happy. And this is where I want you to differentiate, because if you want to be happy, right, now is the state that I was in, that I was like, I'll be happy when I license a product. I'll be happy when I'm successful. And so the state of being, and this just covers everything. This is above and beyond licensing. You can't be happy. You have to do happy. And so when you're taking your invention and you're creating prototypes and marketing material and you're going at it with the intention and drive to get your product licensed, that process of doing creates so much happiness and drive and satisfaction in your life. And it's not the top of the mountain that gives you happiness. It's the pursuit, right? You've heard that before. It's the pursuit. But I've never really broken down for myself what the pursuit is. And the pursuit is doing. And that's what I want to differentiate. You can't be happy. You have to do happy. And so enjoy the crap out of the process of getting your product licensed. It is an absolute game changer. Because when I started enjoying the process, I stepped back and said, you know what? I'm not looking to license a product. I want to be good at making sell sheets. I want to be good at making marketing material. And so on that day, I would work my butt off to get better at marketing. And on that day, I was satisfied with what I did that day. I had satisfaction. And when I had satisfaction, I came back the next day to get even better at it. And so then I started taking the 5 steps of licensing your product, right? And I broke it apart into not just steps, but skills. Right? There's a skill in research. There's a skill in figuring out how to market, make videos, build prototypes. There's a skill in that. There's a skill in filing provisional patent applications. And so I broke the process apart into skills. And once it was broken apart into skills, and I looked at them as, I want to get good at this. I changed the be from be to do, and I had all this satisfaction. And through that, I started making the steps necessary to get my goal of where I wanted to go. And that's what I want to impress upon you through this video, is that you're not looking at this process to be a successful inventor. You're trying to go through this process to do a successful inventor, like do the processes, to do, even though I'll tell you, the end result is very cool. But, and this is a personal thing for me, like I was having an absolutely terrible day. And on that terrible day, I was in one of those states of like, I'm not this, I'm not that. And I had gotten one of my royalty checks. It was one of the biggest checks that I'd gotten. But it didn't change my mood. And so what I want to tell you is when you get to the top of the mountain of actually licensing your product, like you have the satisfaction, but it doesn't last long if you stop pursuing the doing. And that's what I had done when I got my first couple products licensed. I stopped pursuing, I stopped the doing, and I started just feeling like I was there. And that's when my satisfaction dropped. Royalty checks came in, and I just had no satisfaction or happiness in life. And I know that me, back when I got started, if I heard somebody saying this, I'd be like, screw this guy. Like, I would be happy if I was just getting royalty checks for my ideas. And so I know myself earlier on would say that to me now, but now that I've gone up the journey and I look back down the mountain, I want to tell you that the happiness, satisfaction, drive, excitement, everything that comes from inventing comes from the doing, not from being on the top of the mountain. The end result, that'll improve your lifestyle, that'll improve a couple things, your financial situation, your time, but if you don't do the things with your time, if you don't continue to do, happiness will slide, and you won't have that satisfaction in life that you could continue to have. So always focus on the doing. Do not focus on the being, and that will change your satisfaction, your performance, your success in life, and that's what we're all here to do, is to improve those things. I hope you enjoyed that episode of License Your Invention with David Fidua. I know it was a little bit toned down, but I hope you got my message on doing versus being. If you got anything out of it, subscribe now. Give me the thumbs up. When you subscribe, we're able to, when we post a new video, it'll send you an email so that you can get more of the content and things that we're publishing. So I'd appreciate it if you subscribe now or give me a thumbs up, whichever, and on to the next video.